So if you've clicked on this video, it is most likely that you've been diagnosed with a knee valgus. It's pretty much the knee collapsing when stepping. Now let me guess what is going on around that. Most likely someone told you to get a stronger glutes. Okay, fair enough, that's true. That would help as well to avoid getting the femurs to get in. And most likely as well, your right side, if the valgus is there, or the left side, if the valgus is there, your hip is not optimally. It's not the side where you feel, wow, it feels open, it feels mobile, most likely not. Keep in mind that the body works in duality. If your knee here goes in when you walk, this will shift on the other side to compensate, and this is what's happening. Now today, I want you to leave after this video with a tool that you can start using in order to reduce this knee valgus. And we're going to start at the bottom. Let me just try to bring this up here. Yeah, we're going to start working at the ankle. And at the end of this video, you'll be able to start practicing easily with an exercise at home without any tools whatsoever, and bring awareness and reducing your knee caving in by working on the ankle. Stay tuned, because at the end of this video we'll give you as well another tip to combine with this ankle work that we're going to be doing together. And this gentleman with the hip, yes, it's a bit rusty. Let's get started. What we're going to be working on is on ankle stiffness, creating a bit more ankle stiffness in the gait cycle, so that we will avoid having this knee valgus here, the knee going in. And most of the time you see, okay, we look at the knees and try to strengthen the hip. What I do believe is extremely important is to start from the bottom and to start more on the ankle joint. If you look at my ankle, if this ankle is sort of collapsing here, my knee will follow afterwards, and that will impact my hip. Most likely, if you have knee valgus, or if you believe you have knee valgus, your side where you have it on the hip is not the most mobile or the most flexible or the most, let's say, endurance side. That's for sure. So today, we're going to start working on the ankle stiffness and bring a bit more strength around the ankle to avoid the ankle to collapse. So the way we're going to do that, you go in a single leg stance in this position. No need to go too far crazy, just like a normal step right there. I'm going to change angle as we go. Okay, first I start in front of you. What we want to do first is we go in a single leg stance. Okay, what we're going to be doing is, I'll explain you right now. We're going to go into an hinge. Okay, and then we're going to close thoracic cage pelvis on the leg we want to work on. So here I'm closing here a little bit. Now keep in mind, once you feel that you cannot rotate anymore, close on the hip. So bring the left hip towards my right. Because of the hip, this is where it gets started. This exercise is not about forcing. We're not forcing anything here. We go very gently, very mindful. Once you reach that point, you're gonna lift your heel off the ground. Okay, and this is where the game starts. You make sure that you keep the big ball of your toe, the side grounded. I don't want you to lift the big ball of your toe here. So you'll be here, you hinge, you rotate on your leg, you lift the heel off the ground. And now I'm going to start with my ankle to go look at my ankle from here to opening the ankle, so that I can rotate a little bit more into my right hip here. Okay, once I'm there, I just, of course, keep the balance, and then I'm coming back, put my foot down. Once I put my foot down, I'm going to knee forward a little bit, put full weight on the tripod, and after closing, I'm going to open the hip, feeling maybe an opening around the adductors, feeling my glutes firing properly. Open, and then close again. I'm closing until I feel the limitation of my hip, lift the big ball of my toe, lift my heel, sorry. And then I will try to open my ankle a bit more, not my knee, but my ankle a bit more so that I can get a bit more rotation. Once I'm there, breathe in, try to breathe deep into the pelvic floor, and then come back, put the heel down, crush your foot, feeling the tripod very low, foot grounded. I'm gonna open, keeping my knee in line, not getting in or too much out, keeping it in line. You see, I'm not opening like crazy, just a little bit, feeling a nice contraction around the glute max and the gluteal fold. Gentle opening around the adductors, that's also good. And I come back. Okay. General mistakes here that happens before I show you the other angle for you to get really all the details is that when we're closing and when we're opening, with the opening, the hips shift on the opening. Keep everything lined up and only your hip is opening there, okay? Now, I'm going to show you with this angle now. So, again, into this position here, you hinge, feeling a lengthening of the glutes, okay? You can either start lifting here and close. I would actually advise you to start lifting your heel gently off the ground, feeling the big ball of your toe and the side. Close it, okay? Once you cannot anymore, you feel a gentle, like the hip is limited, it has limitation, it cannot go any further. You will, with your ankle, try to open the ankle a bit more and then get a bit more rotation here, okay? Once you get that, stay here for a bit, mobilizing the ankle here. Make sure your big ball of your toe stays on the ground. If it starts lifting, there's your maximum, you come back. Then you come back gently. I'm gonna shift my knee a little bit forward, open the hip, making sure I put full weight on the front leg. Here, feel nice activation of my glute there. A bit of opening of the adductor. I come back and I repeat the process again. How many times should you do that? Until you get too much fatigue that you cannot do it properly and you lose balance, okay? If this is difficult to get the balance, get a stick, get against the wall and do it against the wall if you cannot find the balance yet. But also practice that. And very important, how do you apply this afterwards in your gait cycle, in your walking? What's going to be very important for you is the push toe off, okay? We have built up more resilience on the ankle to avoid collapsing here when you walk by just getting more ankle stiffness in this position. So what I want you to pay attention to when you're going to be walking, okay, is when you're going to be pushing with this leg, make sure you feel the big ball of your toe and then your toes really pushing you afterwards. Get a good pushing on the big ball of your toe and your toes, okay? When you're going to be walking, just bring awareness to it, okay? And this is going to help you from avoiding to have this collapse of the ankle, knee goes with it, and you're walking this way. I'm exaggerating. Apply this as well in your squats as well. Make sure you feel your foot very grounded, the big ball of your toe on each side are pushing, and then you go down gently. Pay attention not to move in this way, okay? This is a great exercise to start bringing a bit more support for your knee, and this is going to help for your hip as well, okay? Keep it up. Now the last tip I want to give you is for the foot and releasing. In particular, I'm going to put my foot on the table now, releasing this area of the foot right here. Why? Because if it gets tight, it prevents you from being able to have a pronation of the foot, so the foot going a bit more on the outside because this is too tight. So my tip for you is that you release this area here from the side up to here. Most likely this will be very tight as well, and use a lacrosse ball in order to do that. Stay at least 2 to 3 minutes by just standing and rolling the ball gently on that. And this, in combination with the ankle training I just gave you, will help you. I'm James Deme, body therapist and breath coaching. If you don't know me, I'm not here to give you a quick fix because I don't believe in quick fixes, as everything is interconnected. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to work more on your body, feel free to reach me out at the consultation in Rotterdam and online as well. Take care, keep it up, and see you soon.